Once again, a very happy and Merry Christmas. I would like to read out a few details before your very short and precise message. Please stay with me, bear with me. Christmas reminds us of the Jesus we never expected. I want to be a little based on Philip Yancey, his book. He wrote, The Jesus I Never. It says Jesus we never expected. Philip Yancey writes, Jesus did not come wrapped in power or privilege, but in humility. Born among the poor, vulnerable and unnoticed, God chose closeness over distance, relationship over royalty. In Jesus we meet a God who understands human pain, walks with the broken and loves without conditions. This Christmas may we rediscover not just the baby in the manger, but the radical love of God made visible in Christ, Emmanuel, God with us. This is very much important. God born in a manger, very much exposed to every danger. God not born in a big palace or maybe a big temple, a big hierarchy, a big position among, but God in a manger, again exposed to every human danger. This is actually a striking message. And I think in this season, God invites us to discover the Jesus we never knew. As Philip Yancey reminds us, Jesus did not arrive as a powerful king, but as a vulnerable child born in a stable, far from comfort and applause. God chose closeness over control, over the dominance, love over dominance. In Jesus, we see a God who understands hunger, pain, rejection, and fear because he lived it. The baby in the manger would later touch the untouchable, forgive the broken, and welcome the forgotten. This is what the entire message. You see, can you understand that being born in a manger, exposed to that nature fury, that cold, that Mary and Joseph had to wrap him with pieces of clothes, snugly pieces of clothes. So that's what the narrative if you go through that book, The Jesus I Never Knew, written by Philip Yancey. And in fact, most of our messages I've quoted this book. It's amazing, because this is a story God connecting with the lost humanity by this Jesus Christ. And this is not just a figure in history, but if you do a proper quantitative and qualitative study, maybe a sociological, maybe any study, anthropological, historical, geographical, whatever, any God figure, I don't want to be comparative because that's some sort of nasty thing, but I want to say Jesus Christ has got comparatively most strongest evidence about his being, about his arrival, about his existence as compared to other gods across the globe. I'm talking about his historical data, his geographical data, other narratives, manuscripts and all. They prove that Jesus came, he arrived, he existed. He walked on this planet Earth, and he was very much exposed to all those nature's problems and dangers. God in a manger, exposed to all dangers. The Jesus I never knew. That should be a quest. That should be a call in this Christmas season. Once again, I want to bless you a very happy Christmas. Across the globe, I'm talking about this. It's just a tiny message. I want to drop you with a lot of blessings, with a lot of muchness and all walks of your life, but never forget the message. God in a manger, exposed to all dangers. Jesus, the very plan of the divine to connect the lost humanity to divine, and the divine himself to the lost humanity. Again, I just want to tell you that Jesus is not just the way for human to connect with God, but the only way for God to connect with the lost humanity. I once again repeat that Jesus is not just the way for the lost humanity to connect to the God, but for the God only way to connect to the lost humanity. So once again, a very happy Christmas.